Welcome back, everyone, to more Eschalon Book 2. Alright, we need food. Badly. Picked up a meat stick. We should hopefully be able to stay alive or feed ourselves long enough that we can find the create food scroll. I think for now we'll just warp to Port Kudat, even though that's going to cost us. Steak be expensive. I feel like every time I wind up here, it's fucking nighttime. I don't think we've had enough time for restock, but we're gonna take a look anyways. Ice Lance, a really good tier 3 weapon. Yeah, she still has all our old shit here. Ring of the Boar, +2 foraging. Divine Ring and the Mystic Ring, +2 elemental. We're gonna start heading into the northern region just to get some stuff done. Minas has informed us that Strange Viewing Glass is a decoding tool used by secret guilds. Matches up with the story Darius gave us. We need to take it to St. Gilhelm in Loxton Hall Academica. Academica? Okay. Can't just say academy? I don't know. Alright, well hopefully when she refills, the next refill we'll get lucky and get that scroll of food. Train in alchemy. Quality recipes can be hard to come by, I know. I suggest you keep checking in with me every week, as I often get new recipes in stock. However, I can offer you another option. For one fee, I can fill your recipe book up with every recipe that I know of. And I'm pretty sure that I know every single recipe that's ever been developed. It's not the cheapest solution for gaining recipes, but it'll save you many hours of hunting down each recipe. No, I'm not going to pay that. Another little quest that I think we can do that we haven't done here yet. Maybe I did not take it from Big Sal here yet. Do you happen to have tasks that need to be done? No, I run a very efficient shop here. I don't need my floor swept, and I don't need you to go find shit for me. Big Sal turns away, but then stops as if he has an idea that struck him. Well, now, maybe there's something you can do for me. But it's such a small task that I'd be a fool even to pay you a single gold coin. Still, it might give you something to do for the next 30 seconds. Interested? Sure. What can I do for you? Big Sal smiles. Well, this is probably the simplest and shortest of all quests you'll ever undertake, but here it is. I can't leave the store right now, but the alchemist down the street asked about an armor-hardening formula that I could use. Could you run down to Excelsior's Elixirs and tell Becca that my formula is just ectoplasm and ambergris? So that's all there is to it. This is called the shortest quest ever. Big Sal sent me here to let you know his formula for strengthening your armor is ectoplasm and ambergris. Well, how nice of him. I was fairly confident that's what it was, but I wanted to be sure. Knowing Big Sal, he probably didn't even pay you for doing him this favor, did he? Well, here, take 3 gold coins. I feel bad if you didn't get a bit of reward for doing Sal's busy work. Oh, thank you. 3 gold coins. You're very welcome. Staying alive, need to create scroll, fucking stay alive, motherfucker, oh yeah. Where you going, bitch? I need steak. No, get back over by that bookshelf, I'm gonna rob your ass. Haven't even explored up here yet. The north entrance to Port Kudad is closed by order of Chancellor. Maybe we should break into this house. We got level 6 fire bolts now. That's not the way to do it. I'm gonna blast this fucking door down. Oh, it's gonna take a hot minute. Pausing camera. Ronstock has studied with the Tibetan monks. Therefore, he can sit there and hit iron and wood all fucking day long. Worse than the big bad wolf. And I'm fucking stealing your torch too for making me do all that goddamn work. Oh, bread! It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, a loaf of fucking bread! Dear Lord, where have you been, bread? I'm gonna get some mana back before I walk in through a teleporter. That's just walking into teleporter 101 advice. die! Oh, fuck me! Well, this is bad. Okay. Might need to come back when I got actual armor on my body. There's really no safe place for me to be here. We can try using a haste potion. I don't know. We might just have to come back here. It's not vital that we go here. There's not a create food scroll in these chests, unfortunately. Yeah, that's going to be a little rough. We're going to have to come back there. We don't have the fucking armor for it. But hey, at least the door's knocked down, and I got a piece of bread out of it, you know. I sat there smashing the door all fucking day. Got my money's worth. Alright, main quest time. Water trickles from the top of this granite obelisk. Down its smooth sides, the plaque on the stone reads, Loxton Hall Academica. You step into the grand library that is Loxton Hall. The smell of ancient tomes and dusty scrolls fills your nostrils. There's a history of knowledge here, written with countless precise strokes of frail parchment, as old as the recorded ages. Perhaps the sum of all known things exists in this institution, and upon this realization, you are humbled. You are too far away to see the chick on this picture. It's a very old painting, judging by the technique used by the artist. The subject is an unknown scholarly man holding a book and quail. This is the painting of a man sitting amongst several stacks of books. This is a painting of a woman holding a rolled scroll. This is the only female represented on the wall. This is a man writing on a parchment with a long quill. You assume he, too, was a previous headmaster here. This is a man in the library. This is the headmaster hall. Okay, now, is there a scroll of create food in here anywhere? These books are stacked floor to ceiling. Thousands upon thousands of bound tomes are squeezed into every last inch of shelf space. Although you are driven by curiosity to look through them, you notice that nearly all are written in ancient script that you're not familiar with. It is likely that only a handful of scholars today could read the writing on these pages. No, nothing searchable? Shit, fuck! This is ball-tastic. You see a very old and wizened man dressed in a silver robe. His thin hair is but wisp of silver filaments. As he walks about, it appears he is looking through a small book that he is clutching in his withered hands, pausing every so often to slowly scrawl notes in the margins of its pages. Upon seeing you approach, he becomes noticeably irritated. In a raspy yet faint voice, he utters, "If you're about to speak to me, don't! I am Ronstock, a friend of yours. Minas of Green Riven Lake sent me to speak to you." The scowl on St. Gilham's face softens. "Ah, yes. A carrier hawk brought me a note from Minas, asking to grant you a visit." He closes the book that he is holding and slips it into a deep pocket on the side of his robe. "Please, tell me the reason that you traveled so far to see me."
I have recovered this odd viewing glass, and no one yet has been able to identify it for me.
St. Gilhelm takes the viewing glass from your hand. Immediately you sense that he is familiar with it. His precise handling of the object and lack of bewilderment suggests that he has seen the viewing glass like this before. A viewing glass like this before. He turns it over and over, methodically reading the glyphs on the rim, his lips silently moving as he follows along.
This belonged to someone named Darius. I know what this object is, and I know this person would not have parted with it while he still drew breath. Either you are a murderer or have come into possession of this viewing glass by most unscrupulous of means.
No, I am not a murderer, not of him anyways. He met with me to discuss my involvement with the guild, and was assassinated before he could explain.
St. Gilhelm looks at you with piercing eyes, behind which you sense a magnitude of wisdom few others possess. You feel that if you lied, he would instantly know. After much deliberation, he finally speaks.
I trust that you are truthful.
He runs his finger over the surface of the glass, pointing to etchings that are only visible when the monocle is turned precisely into the light.
These glyphs engraved in the glass identify it's a scrying tool for Crius Vindica, a legendary guild dating back several centuries. Are you telling me you are involved with this guild?
Yes, the person whom I've received this viewing glass from said I was a member of Crius Vindica, though I know little else about it.
This guild is highly secretive. Very few people know anything about it beyond the legends. Even myself, after a lifetime of study, have come across only scraps of information regarding the existence of this enigmatic society. I'm aware that its purpose is to prevent the unity of four powerful gemstones, and it's rumored among the scholars that the recently stolen Crux of Ages might be one of these stones.
St. Gilhelm continues to study the viewing glass.
The legends tell of a horrible device that these gemstones would create if united. Many people have wondered what motive the Torax had to overrun Theramore and capture the Crux of Ages, and now I fear their intention is to acquire the other gems to unite them.
I need your help. How can this viewing glass allow me to contact the guild Crius Vindica?
Yes, well, I will tell you what I can. If all this is true, then I believe a great and terrible quest may be underway by the Torax. This viewing glass will help you locate the entrance of the guild. You should travel to the area mentioned on the rim.
Pointing to the glyphs of gold on the gold rim of the viewing glass, the old man continues.
Here, this says 4th and 31, a night days north by sail. Beyond the teeth of the beast, you will find the mouth. I believe this refers to the Forsaken Coast just north of here. The locals call it Devil's Slough. But more importantly, the jagged rocks of the area have been described to as teeth. I think this is what the glyphs are referring to. Go there and look through the glass. It will guide you to the entrance of the guild.
Thank you. I will immediately go to find this guild.
Just a moment. You've been warned that the Forsaken Coast is extremely dangerous. It's a place of despair where ships are flung against rocks and trolls lurk in the mire. You should not go unprepared. There's much going on here that concerns me. This war in the Theramore, you'll visit and talk of Crius Vindica. I feel as though I have an obligation to aid you. If you're truly part of this guild, then your quest is to locate them must not be in vain. Here, take this.
St. Gilhelm reaches into the pocket of his robe and draws a golden amulet.
It's a philosopher's pendant. It gives the wearer wisdom, clarity, and forethought. If you find it of little use, you have my blessing to sell it and use the gold toward your quest.
This is a generous gift. I will make use of it however I can. Oh, fuck yeah.
No, I'm hanging on to that bad boy. 3 wisdom and 3 intelligence? Me likey. It's purple too, it's a purple item. It's got purple and the blue and different colors. Yes, I'm trying to double level here. In case you didn't know.
Can I get back here and steal your shit? Do you have a fucking scroll of create food by chance? I will give you a blowjob for one. Wait, what? Don't make me say that shit.
Clouds are approaching. Rain is imminent.
Fuck my life!
So that's how it's gonna be. You're gonna send me north to the Forsaken Coast where I have to shoot trolls with fire and you're gonna make it fucking rain. Fuck you! Oh boy.
Oh, meat, man, rat meat! Never have I been so hungry from rotted fish and rat meat.
Welcome to Port Kudad. All shipments must be cleared with the Port Authority before being offloaded. 30 gold? That's not too shabby. Look, we got a big badass boat out here that we can't fuck with. Oh god. Darker than doggy dick. Dock warehouse. That's where we cleared out mass amounts of spiders. Stop! Fucking asshole. There must be some way to get behind this wall because... Oh god, I gotta get the magical light here soon. This is a pain in the dick also. Create food and then magic light. I can hear you hordlings laughing at my torch being blown out. I hear you. Shut the fuck up. It's not funny. Let's go get a weather report from Ned.
I detected it will rain soon.
Thank you, Ned. We can try to go train in divination. What are we at here? What did we pay for? 5? So we're going to need 600 for 6. We can see if that's enough to get us to the next tier of lore, which I think right now we're at 3. What do we need for 4? 7. Okay, so yeah. Let's give it a try, because if we can lore 4, lore level 4, these big gems and such, we can maybe get some of our money back. We have to decide if it's worth it. I think it is, as long as we maintain around 350, 400 gold. We should be alright. So we can do lore 4. And these are worth money. We also want to get our lock melt as soon as we can. Cake and torches off your fucking door. You lick my balls. Get us some moolah back. Oh, I should have sold that to the chick. So what do y'all think? Head north into the Forsaken Lands, see what kind of trouble we can get into? Give the shops here time to rejuvenate, hopefully with a scroll of create food. This is another smithy here. He sells high quality weapons and armor. You see a man dressed in fine clothes arranging weapons on the display rack. He immediately turns to you. Greetings and welcome to Radcliffe's Exotics. I am Radcliffe, the owner, as you might have guessed. I sell exotic and rare weapons and armor. And I guarantee you'll not find as nice a selection of equipment over at the blacksmith shop. However, I don't repair gear. I am just a dealer. A drug dealer. That is a fine hat. You cannot afford it, you poor motherfucker. Impervious tempered steel skull cap. Holy shit, alright. Some fantastic weapons here. Ooh, good old demon oil. Iron scale. Tempered steel plate. Okay, so we got another guy we can sell to. He's got some chesticles back here, which I don't know how we get to. Maybe we don't. Commercial space for lease. Okay. Good to know, good to know.
I'm here to serve you. What jobs may you have that I can perform?
Are you an adventurer? Yes, and you wish to serve the Temple of Atana. Blessing of sun and warm winds upon you. Yes, there's a task that needs done, but it is a task that I fear no mere mortal can accomplish. Do you know of the great woods west of here, Fellow Pine Forest? It is an ancient grove of pine and home to numerous plants and animals. Unfortunately, it now hosts unwanted visitors as well. Goliath bullheads have burrowed up from the underworld and now feeding on the bark of trees. They will reduce the forest to scrubland in only a few years if left unchallenged. The Druidic authority cherishes all life, but these beasts of the old world, these Goliath bullheads, must be exterminated. They are not of this world and thus not in harmony with the other creatures of it.
I will take on this challenge.
Greatest blessings unto you. My druid acolytes have counted 23 bullheads now roaming the woods. Smite them all, and then return to me so that the temple can bestow a blessing upon you. Go then, and destroy these beasts of the ancient world. Alright, well, doesn't look like I can get in this building here. Let's head north and get into some trouble, shall we? Pray for clear skies. And create food scrolls. Welcome to the Forsaken Coast. Alright, let's see how bad trolls are. I don't know if I want to be here yet. Honestly, I probably shouldn't be trying to paint the map until I get my create food scroll, but I think we can stay alive with gold. For now. I just don't want to piss away too much gold on food because obviously we want to piss away gold on training and magical items and shit. So there's a big nasty troll. I don't think he likes fire. He also regenerates. Wow, that makes those guys kind of annoying. Yeah, why don't you chase me a little bit? All I can say is thank God they upped the mana regeneration. You got stuck, buddy. Bad luck. Hey! Oh, God! We got a scroll, folks. Cross your fingers. Create food. Say it with me. Create food. God damn it! Scroll of nimbleness is not create food. Oh, shit, I need a wisdom of fucking 20. You're talking shit over here. For nimbleness? There's one more chesticle we can get out here. There's also the entrance to Crius Vindica. Guy's got balls. Had balls. Yes, I saw the chesticle. I am trying to get mana. God, that's fucking annoying. Who's ready to level? I think the average level upon getting to the end of the game is around 20-ish. This is going to put us at 9, so I definitely want to start figuring out how much intelligence and wisdom I want to increase. Well, we can't pick locks, folks, so here we go. And she's broken open. That looks like a ring with some magic on it. That's the mystic ring. We'll take it. So yeah, 6 attributes. I think it's safe enough to put one into wisdom and one into intelligence at this point. We only need to go to 31 elemental. So we need to figure out what item, if we're going to want an item that gives us... Yeah, I'm going to do some more research. I'm going to do some more research completely. Between now and the next video, I think. Technically, we're level 9 once we level. Fuck you up, troll! Alright, this place is kind of creepy at night. Fucking rain, man. Oh yeah, got some brimstone. Look through the viewing glass. This appears to be an actual rock, but upon closer inspection you discover it's merely heavy tarpaulin painted to look exactly like surrounding rocks. Behind this facade you find stairs going down a narrow tunnel, leading underground. Do you wish to enter this place? Oh shit, here we are, folks. Greetings to you. This is your lucky day. Rarely in life are we given the opportunity to undo a grave mistake. This is yours. If you have come upon this curious place by chance, turn around and leave now. Forget that you ever discovered it. Continuing past this point without proper credentials will result in your certain and absolute death. You begin to feel the strange viewing glass vibrate. A very faint harmonic resonance emanates from the glass itself. The light in front of you turns green, and you hear the portcullis open. So if you actually go into this room without the viewing glass, you get attacked by a bunch of devil lizards. And I believe you can't even leave the place itself without the viewing glass. So don't ever drop it or lose it. Oh, you're fucked. You begin to feel the strange viewing glass vibrate. Oh yeah, we did that. Quest complete. Secret Society. 2100 experience. Alright. Who's this familiar character? Well, the long-lost Ronstock. You've found your way to us, and not a moment too soon, I might add. After we received word of what happened to Doris, we were nearly convinced that you would never find us. It is a dark time for the Guild, and quite honestly, your arrival brings us a bit of hope. Let me introduce myself. I'm Corin Northbow, the present Guildmaster of Crius Vindica. Corin motions to a figure standing in the shadow who emerges into the light and nods as you make eye contact with him. This is Erebor, the former Guildmaster of Shadowmurk in Theramore. You may remember him from your previous journey in Theramore. He helped guide you after your quest unraveled. He is a member of Crius Vindica as well. Now allow me to answer some of your questions before we talk about your future.
Please, tell me of this guild, Crius Vindica.
The history of Crius Vindica goes back more than 400 years. It was established by a royal captain named Pontum Oblivitus, who was visited one evening by a shadowy being instructing him to seek out a secret chamber deep in the Copper Vein Mountains. There he found pictographs which described the existence of 4 powerful gemstones called crux. It was revealed to him that these gems contained a new type of energy, and that uniting them would create a terrible device of unfathomable destructive power. He was told by the shadowy figure that these gemstones would soon be uncovered, and that it was his burden to never allow this union to occur. It was then that Pontum swore an oath to this mysterious being and established the vigilance of the crux, or, in the Old World language, Crius Vindica. From that moment and forever since, Crius Vindica has existed as a secret society whose members had pledged a life oath to serve the purpose of guild, to prevent at any cost the joining of the crux. Several members of this guild are bound by a lineage with Pontum Oblivitus, such as yourself. You have been part of this guild since the day you were born, as was your father and his.
Why do I not remember my involvement?
Your memories elude you because of a serum you took during your time in Theramore. We sent you in with another guild member during the earliest days of war to help secure the Crux of Ages from the Goblin invasion, but your quest began to falter. In an effort to protect yourself and the guild, you took a serum that destroyed your memories, preventing the enemy from locating you through your thoughts. We never intended for you to return to the guild after you took the serum with your memories destroyed. We felt it would be best to let you live out your life without knowledge of your past, but now that situation has changed. We are desperate, and so we called on you to fulfill your oath to Crius Vindica once again.
Tell me of Doris, the man I met in East Willow.
Corin sighs. Deep lines of worry form on his brow. Doris was one of our finest members. He served the guild faithfully, and the forces that are determined to stop us caught up with him. We have lost many guildsmen over the past 4 years, which is another indication that something sinister is afoot. We are a very secretive society, and we've never before dealt with such persecution. These are signs, my friend, signs that war which brought down Theramore and which now are upon the doorstep of Misfell is not a common territorial dispute. It is not about personal grievances between obstinate leaders or even about conflicting religious dogma. It is about something more, and Crux are clearly a part of it.
I've decided to hunt down his assassin. Would you have any suggestions?
It's very noble of you, Ronstock, but please, do not endanger yourself more than necessary. Whomever killed Darius is a master assassin. Darius was unequaled as a swordsman and rogue. I've never seen him caught by surprise, yet this assassin was able to achieve that. Right now, focus on the prevention of the unity of the Crux. Yet I know you, Ronstock, and once you are determined, there is little I can say to stop you. Still, I don't have much information that would help you. I suggest that you speak with Erebor. He may have insight that I lack.
I need to know more of the 4 Crux.
Yes. The 4 Crux, the very reason for which we fight and die. First and foremost is our mission, and that is the Crux must never unite, or they will form a device of unimaginable power. It is then by luck or perhaps fate that these Crux have been recovered by factions not interested in sharing their prized gemstones with each other. The stone you're probably most familiar with is the Crux of Ages. This gem was recovered in Theramore and placed in the Bastion Spire. As you know, Theramore was then overrun with Tarak's armies, who captured the Crux of Ages and now have it in their stronghold in Emerith. 2 of the other gemstones are the Crux of Fire, recovered by the Dwarves of Norland, and the Crux of Wisdom, which is said to be in possession of a warlord in the far west lands of Baria. The 4th Crux, known as the Crux of Terra, has never been found, not that we know of at least. It is highly possible that it's been recovered and kept in secret possessions for many years. It is the possibility that fuels our concern in these fragile times.
So why have the Tarax become involved?
We're not entirely sure. We know the Tarax are under leadership of someone named General Gore. It was General Gore who enlisted the help of the Goblins to weaken Commonwealth Guard and Theramore to hasten the Tarax invasion. He is a powerful and cunning son of a bitch, and now he has possession of at least 1 Crux. As I said, we do not know if the Crux of Terra has been recovered, but if it has, if the Tarax themselves have it, then along with the Crux of Ages, they may be halfway to completing the Tetrad.
Why would they want to unite the Crux?
I do not have the answer for this question. The powers of the Crux are unknown to most people outside of our guild, and certainly the Tarax are unlikely to know their true power. To be quite honest, they are little more than animals. However, we know nothing of General Gore or his intentions. He alone could be seeking the Crux, using these mindless brutes to do his bidding. Why Gore would want to unite the Crux, or how he would even know about them, is just as much a mystery. Perhaps he believes he can use the completed Crux Tetrad to overwhelm the rest of Eschalon, and he could somehow contain the energy. This is just more speculation on our part, and speculation is a dangerous road to travel. Regardless of our enemy's intent, our focus has not changed. The prevention of unity of the Crux is a task that we must not fail at.
All I need to know is what to do next.
It's good to see you haven't changed a bit, Ronstock. Unfortunately, the news is not good. We are at a critical point, and our enemy's blades are firmly at our backs. Tarax scouts have been spotted in the region south of Yoma Valley. The enemy is reaching deep into Mistfell with some kind of psychic weapon, poisoning minds and creating chaos to weaken us before the full invasion. Our own Brotherhood has suffered losses that have left us scattered and enervated. Centuries ago, the founder of our guild worried that one day we may reach this point, and so he conceived a plan he called Terminal Contingency. After much debate and consideration, we have decided to activate this plan.
What is Terminal Contingency? It sounds like a dope-ass spell.
The Terminal Contingency is what he called the last hope for Eschalon survival. It is an extreme measure for which we have feared and avoided for centuries. As you know, the mission of Crius Vindica is to prevent the four Crux from uniting. We have reached a point where there is only one way to prevent this unity from happening. We must destroy one of the Crux. If just one gem is destroyed, then the Crux Tetrad can never be assembled. Korn looks as if stress is crushing him. Beads of sweat gather on his brow as he sighs deeply. That we have reached this point feels like a nightmare from which I cannot awake. No one knows what will happen upon the destruction of one of the Crux, but right now the unknown is better than certainty. Ronstock, you must acquire one of the Crux and destroy it. This is the only way forward.
I understand. I will honor your decision to activate Terminal Contingency. Tell me what I must do.
Before we can destroy one Crux, we must acquire it. Which gem to pursue is the question we need to answer. The Crux of Ages is already in the hands of the enemy, and the Crux of Wisdom is held far to the west by the Barian warlord. It would take months to locate it. Worse yet is we don't even know the location of the Crux of Terra. We must assume that the enemy already has it as well. That leaves just one gemstone, the Crux of Fire, held by the dwarves. To raid the dwarven mine of Hammerlorn and steal their prized gem is a preposterous idea, and yet it is the only one that allows us the slightest chance for success. We know the enemy is approaching. After they overtake Mistfell, they will lay siege to the dwarven lands. They are obviously after the Crux of Fire as well, and so we must beat them to it.
Where must I start on my preposterous quest?
Corn chuckles. Ronstock, even in the fate of great odds, you keep your sense of humor. I wish I could do the same. You must first locate a fellow guild member named Sparrow. She's an operative we sent out to retrieve a key to the dwarven mines. We received word that she was successful in their task, but then she fell silent. She never returned to the guild, and our last contact with her was from the outpost called Broken Blade, due west of here. All contact with Broken Blade has been lost, and it may be due to a horrible infestation of bullheads that have been seen throughout Fellpine Forest. Go there, Ronstock, and find Sparrow. Give her the code word Silverhawk.
Silvercock?
No, Silverhawk. This will identify you as the fellow guild member, and she will give you the key. Then make your way to Raven's Gate, and on the dwarven village of Durnor. From Durnor you must make your way to the mine Hammerlorn, and against all odds acquire the Crux of Fire.
The dwarves keep the Crux of Fire in a mine? Inconceivable.
Dwarven mines are grand hollowed halls, places of worship and reverence, and storage vaults for their treasure. The dwarves would never consider lifting the Crux from its place of origin. In fact, the very pedestal it sits upon is the same rock that has held it up since the beginning of time. The dwarves also have a unique way of protecting their possessions. The deep mines are filled with traps and deadly creatures. While these creatures allow the dwarves to pass by freely, they will savagely attack any intruder. I say this to you just once. Hammerlorn is a place you do not want to go unprepared. Once you acquire the Crux, bring it back here to the guild. I'm sure I do not have to remind you that this place must be kept, that you must keep it secure. For if it falls into the wrong hands, all will be lost. Hopefully Erebor and I will have figured out how to destroy it by the time you return.
I will do my best not to fail you, Corin. In other words, I will get this shit done.
I trust that you will do your best. Our thoughts will be with you. Remember, Ronstock, you must not fail at this task. Before you stands a tall, slender mage in shimmering blue robes.
Greetings, Ronstock. It's wonderful to see you again. I do not know if you remember me, but I assisted you a couple years ago during your time in Thermal. It was a desperate time for us, but I knew you'd come through. I believed you then, just as I do now.
Erebor, I'm hunting down an assassin that killed Doris. All I have for evidence is this arrow. Can you tell me anything of it?
I've never seen such a creation, but I bet I know where it was made. There's a thieves' guild under the streets of Port Kudad. The most vile murderers and thugs dwell there. If ever there was a tool created for the purpose of assassination, it was probably crafted in that den of jackals. I'm sure you'll find your assassin there.
I need to borrow some torches. Fuck!
There's treasure behind this door. I'm getting it. This is a nasty fucking door. Create food? No, protection from curses. Also need a wisdom of 20. So I was looking over the equipment and I'm not sure. I think the equipment's a little bit more random in this game, and certain pieces of armor can have different attributes attached to them, completely based randomly. But there is a grand hat of the magus, which gives us +3 divination, +3 elemental, and +5 perception. So it'd be really great to find that, and then we could just bring up our divination and elemental to 28. Then that hat would bring it to 31 for both of them. We would just cap off there. We're about to level again, so I'm going to go ahead and we can go to 25 intelligence and wisdom, it turns out. So for sake of being able to get these spells, we're going to definitely take our intelligence and wisdom to 20. guess we can go to 28. And hope we get the Grand Hat of the Magus. We really don't need it to be that high right now. We don't need to fuck with lore. We don't need meditation because we're gonna max our mana point regeneration is gonna get maxed because of perception. We could get medicine, start recovering some hit points, but that seems, you know, it's better for a fighter. Could start putting some into light armor to make armor a little bit better. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it. I'm just going to save them for now. We'll take the perception and the wisdom. I didn't need to put so much into wisdom. I have 23. What did I put in? 19? Oh yeah. Forgot I had this awesome thing. What am I at here? 18. So I'll put 2 intelligence, 2 wisdom. Let's do that. We're inevitably probably going to fuck that up anyways and end up going over, but I'm trying to be as careful as possible. Gravedigger's Flame! Fuck yeah! That's a great spell for us to get. Let's pop that motherfucker on right now. Do a pretty cheap spell. Just go ahead and do a level 6er. Yay! Grave Flame, we got a cute little icon. We don't need torches as much. But you never know when we might need one. Or might want one. Create food. Create food. A magical shield. Emerald encrusted steel large shield. Okay. It's worth some cash. It's worth some cash, yo. I don't know. Oh, this is the learning book. Let's figure out what this is. Save. We'll go ahead and read it. The book tells the tale of a young boy who, while playing in the woods behind his village, falls into a ravine and hits his fucking dome piece, losing unconsciousness. When he comes to, he makes his way home only to find that there are complete strangers living up in his house. Running back into the woods in fear, he stumbles across a wondrous ship possessed by a sentient spirit. The ship is capable of fantastic feats, such as altering its shape and flying through the skies, and picking up hookers. The ship agrees to help the boy escape and takes off for a distant land. Believing he was somehow transported to a different place, he's determined to find his way back to his family. Because he needs more money, he's out. To do so, he begins to learn the arts of mapping and navigation. Visiting various towns and cities, he picks up the skills of using a sextant and using his cock to have sextant. Navigating by stars and accurately mapping his surroundings. He eventually knows where every brothel in town is, and also becomes a cartographer of such skill. He's able to sense the presence of people and objects around him, and pinpoint their locations on a map. Well, this is the cartography feat. Through his developing skills, the young boy becomes an expert navigator, and has many adventures in both strange and vaguely familiar lands. The story concludes with him heading into uncharted lands, with the hope of someday discovering what became of his home. There's a subtle hint of a possible second volume that finishes this tale. Contained within this child's tale are many tips and tricks to the skill of cartography. Even without locating and reading the second volume, you're able to glean enough information to significantly complement your own knowledge of mapping. Well, that would bring us up to 7 now, right away. Which is really where we want to be, but now the inner min-maxer in me wants to train to 8 and take it to 10 with my book. So again, I am left with thinking I might save it. Need to put these books down here because these are our unread books. Alright, folks. I think we about mapped this place out. Let me check. There was definitely only those 2 places defined. Treasure, as far as I know. We'll double check up here. I don't think I missed any cabinet. Oh, I did miss a cabinet. Hey-ho! The kitchen's got some food in it. Yes! Did I grab that? Alright. Potatoes, meat sticks, apples, fishy fish. Always hit the well when you're by the well. Fills your thirst up, fills your flask up. And that is all there is here to Crius Vindica, the home base. Let's go sell stuff. I think we'll call it a wrap for this video. I'm gonna go out for a little while, go hit my little craft beer joint, and I will come back and pound out some more videos tonight, hopefully, before I leave for the beach tomorrow. Little beach vacation. We'll come back here and clean up some trolls later. Alright, we got some magic stuff to sell here, and some weapon stuff to sell here. Let's get organized. Food, ingredients. Our lantern, we don't need anymore. We have grave digger site. I don't know. It's kind of a waste of gold. Maybe we should just say no, fuck it. If we get stupid amounts of gold, we could always train later. Maybe I should just be happy and take the 7, because again, past 7 we're just getting little pixels for things. I really... Yeah, I don't think it's worth spending any more money on cartography. I really don't. We can start jacking up swords and other things, and we'll probably, since we're definitely dealing with a much more finite amount of gold in this than we were in the last game, we want to be very careful about where and how we're spending it. And it's going to be much more important to train in things like divination. We're at 7. That's the best we're going to get as far as detail on the map, besides getting little pixels here and there. I don't need colored pixels to show me where chests and shit are. You can see right now we got green doors are starting to appear. That's for going to level 6. And then level 7 gives us dirt roads and things like that. Level 8 plus is just more pixels. Alright, so you can train to level 8. I don't think we read divination. As you're rifling through this book of divination magic, a single page falls out. You pick up the fallen parchment and begin reading the passage written upon it. That single passage has a profound effect upon your being, rendering the remainder of the book unnecessary. There's one major component that makes you practice of divination magic possible. Do you know what that is? It is the glue that holds together every healing spell. It is the steel that bolsters every protective chant. It is the fire that boils the flesh from your enemies. That component is faith. Were it not for faith, there would be no divination. If you had doubt in your gods, then magic would not spring forth from your fingers. If you were unsure about yourself, there would be no healing, no protecting, no smiting. Pure faith is all you need to make miracles. And what of the atheist who rejects the notion of God while still practicing the art of divinational magic? Their faith must then lie in that of the living world around them. The tree that sways, the deer that jumps, the sun that shines. All things that contribute to the life energy that bind us together. Druids. It is faith in this energy that gives the atheist practitioner of divination magic his abilities. Alright, so we trained to 8, we used the book, that's going to bring us to 10. So now we can start pumping those extra leftover points. Once we level, we can start just pouring them into divination to catch up to elemental. So that works, that worked out good. Happy about that. And we can sell that. Now we just have our foraging book that we're going to want to hang on to. It's probably a good idea to... I mean, foraging... Once we get to create food, foraging is going to really be more for alchemical reagents. But we would still want to get that as high as we can. So it might not be a bad idea to save money for that. Train that to 8, and then use the book. Take it to 10. And then we should be getting some pretty bomb-ass reagents without having to put any extra skill points into it. So that sounds like a plan there. Let's see. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and sell this shit to the magic user. Flask of Charm Cloud, that could be helpful. I don't know. I kind of want to keep that for now. I'm not sure what it does. It sounds like it charms a group of people. I don't know why I'm trying to sell Soul Piercer. Angle. Unfortunately, wow, she definitely re-upped. 20 mana, 15 magic. A mana flow pendant might be something that we want. Although I like the one we have also. +3 intelligence, +3 wisdom is no small thing. Oh. Lock Melt. We definitely want Lock Melt. Abyssal Freeze we don't need to buy, and Ogre Strength. Those two scrolls are in that wizard house where the 3 skeletons appear. Those are static items that we can get there. Let's go check. I'm running out of time, so I'm not going to have time to check everybody. We'll end the video at Mama Flabby's house. But it looks like the shops did regenerate. She did it. I don't think we need any of those books. I have a list of all the shit that we can create, so. I'll save, and then off camera I'll go check the other towns to see if they got create food there yet. Mama Duke still doesn't have anything new here either. That's alright. I'm just glad we got divination training maxed out so we could read that book. So we're on the right track here. Once we get that create food, we'll be ready to really start digging in. And we're going to want to also get repair and start training in repair so that we can keep all of our amazing equipment from getting fucked up. All right. Sure, that can be my preset for configuration 1. Sure. Need to start getting to alchemy as well. Need to get our alchemy up. We can probably pump divine heal up to 4 now. Maybe even 5. Let's do 4. So nimbleness gives us dexterity, +4 per casting level. Protection from curses basically gives us a divine aura. It shields us from effects of cursing. Probably need that in a very limited amount of places, and you guys know what all that does. So anyways, we'll see you soon. Hope you enjoyed a little extra 20 minutes here on this video. Thanks for watching.